Okay, hi YouTube. Almost time for Instagram. We gotta wait for the 12-minute mark. Okay, here we go. Hello. Happy Tuesday, summery Tuesday. It's always a balancing act of staying in both frames. Hi, Allie. Hello. Hi, Frankie. Cool. Yoga time. Tara, hello. Gonna wave at people. Waving. Hello. Hi, Jeff. Cool. It's yoga time. I'm glad we're all here for it. I'm here for it. So welcome everyone. My name is Nick. If we don't know each other at this moment, or if I'm new to you, it's good to have everyone in here today. We are backbending, which may not be a surprise to a lot of you. Hi, Danny. If you've taken my classes in our digital studio or our physical space, you know that that's one of my favorite types of poses are backbends. And it's always interesting to think about what kinds of poses you tend to gravitate towards based on what your body needs or based on what you just enjoy in terms of like the effects, right when you're in the pose or later on. So backbends I really love because they're super invigorating. They actually do activate your central nervous system, so you might notice the heart rate picking up when you take some deeper backbends. I like to call them yoga coffee for that reason, because it kind of just like gets me up and I'm just like, I am here right now. And it's like, it's a cool feeling. So for me, and if you don't like backbends, totally okay. You can modify and take some other options that won't really require you to go into the deepest variation. So as always, like we say, do what you need. When you're in a pose, feel free to be curious, question whether you are liking it, whether it's feeling right for your body, or if you need to shift and modify or amplify. So that's what this practice is. It's the opportunity to assess and then to refine from there based on your needs, based on the reactions of your body and your mind, and kind of making this educated or conscious decision of the poses and the transitions that are right for you, because this is not a one method for all people, one size fits all. That's what I was looking for, kind of practice. It's a practice of being honest with yourself and finding what works for you. So that's my hope and my dream for everybody that's stepping on their mat today, is to just cultivate that sense of honesty, so you can build your own practice. Really, you're your own teacher. That's it. So let's get started on our mats in hero's pose. And if you need some support for your hips or your low back, take a block under your seats. And then a couple options for heroes. First option is knees together, feet a little wider than hips width. Block between your ankles, squeeze it tight, bring it on the lowest level and bring it wide between the feet. And then sit back onto your block. If you have the space in your hip flexors, your knees, to go ahead and sit in between the heels, go ahead. If that is way too much and you don't have a block, you can bring the heels together and sit back on your heels. Final option here, if you want to stretch out the bottoms of your feet, tuck your toes. And then make sure you get that pinky toe tucked as well, and sit back on your heels and get ready for the soles of your feet to potentially talk to you, potentially have some choice words for you as you feel some deep sensations there. Go ahead and bring your hands down into your thighs, palms facing up or down. Pick which one feels right for you today. And then close your eyes. Feel the pelvis sinking down, getting heavier into the mat. Lift the crown of the head in the opposite direction up to the ceiling. create more space between the vertebrae by drawing the tailbone down and the crown of the head up. And then come to your breath. Smooth out those inhales and exhales. And gradually start to expand, start to lengthen your breath. Adding an extra count or two on for the inhales. Try to follow with the same length for the exhales. Listen to your breath and feel it move in and out of the body. Feel the way the torso expands in all directions on your inhales and then contracts on your exhales. This is a practice of regulating our breath so we can regulate the patterns in our mind, so we can regulate how we move on the mat. And that's very helpful for finding a way to regulate how we move off the mat. And that's why this idea of seeking the truth or creating a little more honesty with ourselves is so important. And this yoga practice can be such a tool so that we can take those lessons of being honest, of being kind, compassionate with ourselves and then others. We can take that off the mat. A couple more rounds of breath. Take a moment, think about why you're here. What is this practice to you? One more deep breath in. Breath out. If the toes are still tucked, you can untuck them, tap out the feet, and sit on your heels or sit on the block. Root down to the shins. Press the pelvis down into whatever it's touching, the floor, the heels, the block. And on your inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And on your exhale, lower your right fingertips down, reach your left arm up and over, side body stretch. Inhale, lift it back through center, both arms high. Exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Inhale, come back through center. On your exhale, hands to the low back, interlace. Interlacing the fingers, press the knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, roll the shoulders down the back, and open wide across your chest. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, take both hands on the outer left hip, so the outside of the right hand is pressing into the hip, the left elbow is bent, and then begin to tilt the head to the left, stretching through that right side of the neck. Gentle to start, it's still pretty early in our practice. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Bring the head back through center, knuckles press down, switch to interlace, find the goofy grip, and then bring the outside of the left hand to your outer right hip. Tilt the head to the right. Breathe into the left side of your neck. Breath in. Breath out. Release, hands to the low back, arms reach up and overhead, breath in. Bend the elbows, grab onto opposite elbows, and pause here. Lift the elbows and the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Press the upper arms back, biceps in line with the ears. Notice what's happening in the torso here. Draw the low ribs back into the body by scooping the belly here, and tightening that core area, that front core area. One more deep breath in. Breath out, lift the sternum. Release the bind. Hands plant tabletop all fours. Tap out the feet if you need to. And then get settled in that tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, fingers are spreading wide. Knees underneath hips. Hips width distance apart. Spread the fingers wide, grip them out with your fingertips. Wrap your outer arms in. Inhale, lift to the heart, lift to the sitting bones for your cow. Exhale, slowly around into your cat. Feel the shoulder blades move apart, tuck your chin. Inhale into your cat. Draw the sternum forward and up. Slightly lift the gaze, lift the sitting bones. And exhale, round into your cat. Press the floor away, tuck the chin. Firm your outer arms in. Inhale, draw the heart forward and up. This time we'll pause in our cow shape. Press the floor down. Feel as though you can drag the hands back without actually moving them to help you pull the heart forward, open wide across the chest. Breath in. Exhale, round into your cat, and we'll pause here. Again, press the floor away, especially with the tops of the feet, the shins. Press into the base of the index finger and thumb. Shoulder blades move apart. Puff up through the upper back. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Slowly come back. Neutral spine, tabletop. Root down through both hands. Extend the right leg back behind you, the height of your hip. Flex the foot, all 5 toes face down. Hug the lower belly in. Both hips are pointing down, and then reach your left arm forward. We'll pause here in this balancing tabletop. Root down through your left shin and your right hand. On your next exhale, lift the right leg and the left arm just a centimeter higher. Deep breath in, reach long in opposite directions. Breath out, lift just a little higher. Breath in to reach long. Breath out to lift, and then go ahead and bend your right knee. Sink the left hand back to catch the top of the foot. You can always use a strap if you need. Root down to the left shin of the hand. Begin to press your right hand into your foot and press your left hand into your foot. Kick the foot to the hand and lift through that right thigh. Lift through the chest like you're taking cow pose. And breathe here as we open the shoulders, open through that right quad and hip flexor. Take one more deep breath in. Lower belly is scooping in. Breath out. Slowly unwind, reaching long, arm and leg. Lower the hand, lower the knee, and shift side to side. Shake out that right wrist. Do what you need. One round of cow cat in between. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the sitting bones. Exhale, round, press it all the way. Neutral spine, tabletop. Root down through the hands, extend your left leg back behind you. Head of your hip, flex the foot, toes turn down. Extend your right arm forward, bicep by the ear. Root down through your left hand and your right shin. On your next exhale, lift a little higher with the left leg and right arm. Inhale, reach long, pressing a ball onto your left foot. Exhale, lift a little higher, arm and leg. One more time, deep breath in, lengthen. Deep breath out, lift and bend your left knee, reach the right hand back, catch the top of the foot. Press the foot to the hand and hand to the foot. You can even flex through that left ankle here and then kick into the hand to help you lift that inner thigh or lift the entire thigh. We're trying to lift with the inner thigh strength. And now peel the chest up, open wide across the chest. Breathe into this back bend. Back bends are not just in the chest. We're opening the entire front body. One more deep breath in. Breath out, re-extend arm and leg, breath in. Lower the hand, lower the knee, shift side to side. Take a child's pose just for a moment here. Extend the arms long, lower the forehead down. Relax the shoulders, relax the hips. Take a deep breath in. Open up, let it go. Deep breath in. Open mouth, release. Lift up to tabletop, walk the hands forward, puppy pose. Hips over knees. Walk it forward until the forehead, the chin, or the chest come down to the mat. Remind yourself that it is early if this is not your deepest back bend. No need to worry. We will go deeper if that's your place here. That's what you want. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Walk the hands back in. Hands are a couple inches in front of the shoulders. Grip the mat. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Press the floor down and away with those hands. Root through the feet. Lift up through the thighs. Hips lift even higher. And now press your chest and your thighs back. Let the head get heavy. Gaze between the feet. Come back to your breath. Reconnect with that breath. Recommit to your practice right here for the next, 45 or so minutes. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Press the floor away. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Top of a push-up, shoulders over wrist, legs strong. Exhale, down dog, hips high, thighs back. Inhale, rolling forward to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're adding on here. Inhale, roll forward, plank. As you lift up, lift the hips, drop the forearms down, find find your dolphin pose. You might have to drop one at a time or both at the same time. Walk the toes back. We're in a forearm plank. Lower the knees and the pelvis down. Make sure the elbows are underneath your shoulders. Feel as though you can drag the forearms back without actually moving them and lift the heart. Sphinx pose. Breath in. Breath out. Lower the chest down. Drag the hands back. Elbows over wrists. Tops of feet root. Baby cobra. Lighten the hands back. Body is strong to lift the chest. Take a deep breath in. Breath out, lower it down, tuck the toes, walk them in, rise to plank or all fours, and we'll be in downward facing dog. Let's take that again, just to feel the flow of it. Inhale, roll forward plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward plank, engage the legs, the glutes. Exhale, down dog, scoop the belly to send the hips high. Inhale, roll forward plank. As you take the hips high, lower those forearms down, press your chest back. Dolphin. Walk the toes back, shoulders over elbows, lower the knees and the pelvis for Sphinx. Tops of feet press, lift the chest, gaze is forward in front of you. If you need to soften the gaze, gaze on the bridge of the nose. Breath in. Breath out, lower the chest down. Drag the hands back, tuck the toes, walk them in, rise to plank, all fours, downward facing dog is where we meet. So we'll be taking that flow with our vinyasas every now and then. We won't do it the whole time, but just keep your mind ready for quite a few options to pop up as we move. On your next inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, bend the knees and walk forward 1 foot at a time to forward fold at the top of your mat. Feet hips width distance apart, bend the knees. So much so that the torso can rest out to the thighs. So if you feel as though you are just like really struggling in this forward fold, bend the knees so much, okay? Could be a really deep bend and then let the torso hang down over the thighs, break down. Grab on opposite elbows. You can find a sway if you'd like, or stay still. Again, back to the breath. Reconnect. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your inhale, find a halfway lift. Fingertips or shins to the mat. Find baby cobra in the upper back. Exhale to your fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standard down to the feet. Arms sweep up and overhead. On your exhale, take your right hand around the left wrist. Reach up and over to the right. Take your left foot and cross it behind the right foot. You can press into the ball mat or stamp the entire foot down. Now shift a little more weight back into that left foot as you reach up and over. Breath in. Breath out. Come back through center, feet hips width distance apart. Release the bind, left hand around right wrist. First, reach up and over towards the left. Now step that left foot to your right foot behind the left, like you're taking a slight little curtsy here. And then shift more weight to the right foot. Lean up and over to the left. Inhale, come back through center, release that bind. And on your exhale, lead with the heart, hinge forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, lower the hands, step your left foot back, low lunge, right knee is bent. Inhale, dip the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, hips lift high, straighten your front leg and fold. Breathe in, lower the back knee down, toes untucked, low lunge, shoulders over hips, squeeze the legs together. Deep breath in. Breath out, grab on opposite elbows, biceps back by the ears, lift a little taller, breath in. Baby back bend, upper middle back, lean back, arch back. Arms up and overhead, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. On your inhale, roll forward into your plank. Exhale, dolphin, hips high, forearms down to the mat. Downward facing dog, press into the hands and lift those elbows. Roll forward to your plank. Vinyasa of choice, lower halfway or all the way. Pull through back bend of choice, baby cobra or upward facing. And exhale to your downward facing. Press the floor away, hips high, thighs press back. Breath in. Ground down on the breath out. On your inhale, extend your right leg up and back. Exhale, draw your knee to your chest. Inhale up and back, press the floor away. Exhale, squeeze knee into your chest. One more, chest and hold here. Lift that thigh higher, puff up through your upper back more, and then lightly step it through. Simple twist. Left hand down, right arm reaches high. Breath in. Exhale, lower the hand down. Hover the chest, fly the arms back by the hips. Hover, lunge. Press into the right heel, press back through your left heel. If you notice that left heel is all the way to the back of the mat, shift slightly forward so the heel stacks over the ball mat. On your inhale, standing high knee raise. Ground down to your right foot, squeeze your left knee into your chest. On your exhale, we'll draw your left heel to your seat. Keep the right arm lifted, left hand to the top of the foot. We're just taking a quad stretch here. So heel to seat, knee points down towards the mat. Press down to the right foot, engage the leg. Now keep lifting up with the crown of the head and with the right fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, release the bind, feet together, chair pose. Breath in. Exhale, hover the chest, fly the arms back by your hips. Inhale to your chair pose. Lift the chest and the arms, keep the seat low. Exhale, hover and fly, interlace the hands. Press your knuckles back, open wide across the chest. Breath in. Sink lower, breath out. Inhale through chair pose. And on your exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your seat. All the way down, boat pose. Use the hands to support by your hips or behind the legs here as we lift the shins parallel. Draw the knees into the chest, lift through the sternum. Strong through that lower belly to keep the length of the low back and to really work the core of the hip flexors here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're here for 3 more breaths. Static boat pose. Notice though, as we stay still, the breath will circulate and make these little micro movements. So adjust as you need to. Okay? Squeezing the legs, lift the shins, drawing the lower belly in. Continue with that breath. 1 more deep breath in. Breath out, lower the feet, reach the arms forward and slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Walk the feet closer into the ankle stack over the knees. Arms down by your sides. Let's actually take our hands and grip the outer edges of our mats, okay? So I'm gripping the outer edge of the mat, pressing my arms down, press the feet down. On the inhale, lift the hips high for bridge. On your exhale, slowly lower it back down. Inhale, lift the hips. Squeeze the glutes, draw the thighs towards one another to keep them parallel, and then lower it back down. 1 more time, we'll hold for a couple breaths here. Bridge pose, lift. Pull the mat apart with the hands. Press down into your heels. Take another deep breath in. Breath out, lower it down. Make sure wipe your knees side to side. And then draw the knees back into your chest. Hands back behind the thighs. Rock and roll forward and back. Rock and roll. Eventually we'll meet back in our chair pose. Stay low in the seat. Breath in. Fold. Breath out. Lead with the heart. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to your folds. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Arms reach up and overhead. Take your left hand around the right wrist. Reach up and over to the left. Step the right foot back behind the left foot. Shift weight to that heel. Breath in. Breath out. Back through center, feet, hips, width. Right hand around left wrist. Reach up and over to the right. Step the left foot back. Side body stretch. Breath in. Breath out. Back through center. Arms overhead. Deep breath in. Use the full length of your exhale to hinge and fold. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen. Lower the fingertips, step the right foot back, low lunge. Inhale, dip the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, hips high, straighten and fold. Rebend, lower the knee down, cushion as you lean, top of the foot presses, lift the chest and the arms, low lunge, squeeze the inner thighs together, scoop the belly. Breath in. Grab on the opposite elbows, breath out. If you're always stacking the same form on top, switch. You might feel a little goofy, but go ahead and move there. Lift the elbows and the crown of the head. Press the arms back. Breath in. Breath out. Deep breath in. Breath out. Reach the arms high. Lower the hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. On your inhale, roll forward plank. On your exhale, dolphin. Shift the hips high. As you do that, lower the forearms down to the mat. Gaze forward, press into the hands, try to lift the elbows simultaneously off the mat. Roll forward into your plank, breath in. Vinyasa of choice. As always, you can skip. You can add on here, whatever you need. Downward facing dog. That's where we meet. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Inhale, extend your left leg up and back. Exhale, drive your knee into your chest, round forward. Three-legged, take it up and back, breath in. Knee to chest and squeeze. One more, take it up and back. Knee to chest, round forward, lift that shin higher, and lightly step it through. Simple twist. Right hand down, left arm reaches high, breath in. Exhale, lower the hand down, cover the chest. Fly the arms back again, shift your weight forward so the heel of your right foot is stacked over the ball mound of the foot. Press down into your left heel, engage the glute. Breath in, shoulder blades together, breath out, press into the left foot, high knee raise. Squeeze your right knee into your chest, arms overhead. Keep your left arm where it is. Bring your right thigh in line with the left heel to seat. Wrap the right hand around the top of the foot. Come from the inside arch of that foot. Now we're not back bending just yet here. Point that right knee down to the floor. Squeeze the heel into your seat, and then start to lift and lengthen through the spine. Reach the left fingertips up to the ceiling. Just encouraging that spine to lengthen here, which is really an important aspect of back bend. So we're not crunching into the vertebrae. We're not messing with any nerves here. Breath in. Breath out, release the bind. Chair pose. Sink your seat low. Peel the chest up. Hug the lower belly in. Arms overhead. Breath in. Hover the chest. Fly the arms back. Breath out. Sink the seat lower. Inhale to your chair. Exhale, hover, fly. Sink the seat lower. Interlace the hands. Press the knuckles back. And now start to lift the chest in your chair. Opening wide. Press the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breath in. Breath out. Arms overhead. Breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to your seat for goat pose. Prepare. Lift those shins parallel. Hands back behind the thighs. Down the mat next to the hips or arms reaching forward, palms facing up. Keep the space, the width opening through your chest. Keep the belly button drawing in towards the spine. Encouraging more length on every exhale here. We've got 3 more breaths. Don't we love a static goat pose, yeah? Support as needed. Breathe. Last 2 breaths. Be right with your breath. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Lower the feet. Arms reach forward. Slowly lower down. All the way onto your back. Grab the outer edges of your back. Feet are hip width and ankles stacked underneath your knees. You can always take a little peek, or for some of us, if we extend our arms, the middle fingers will graze the heels, but it's really different for everybody here. Press into your feet. Pull them out apart and lift your hips high. Ooh, hello. Hip flexors. Belly and chest getting a nice stretch. If you're over the gripping of the mat, you can always interlace the hands underneath you. Press down into the whole length of the arms and the feet and lift your hips high. If you're feeling this in the low back, try to draw your tailbone towards the backs of the knees to lengthen the low back. And if you need more, go ahead and lift your heels. Breath in. Breath out, release the bind, lower down, 1 vertebra at a time. Windshield wiper knees side to side. All right, knees into your chest. Hands back behind the thighs. Rock and roll forward and back. Find a little momentum here. We'll meet in chair pose. So plant the feet, lift up, see sticks low, peel the chest up, breath in. Fold on the breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to your folds. Press into your feet, rise to stand. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, lower the fingertips, step your left foot back, high crescent lunge. Rise all the way to stand. Back knee is lifted. Breath in. Right hand around your left wrist, reach up and over to the right. Side body stretch. Find more depth in your lunge. Inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, dolphin, lift the hips high, lower the forearms down to the mat. Forearm plank, walk the toes back, shoulders over those elbows, pause. Firm the outer arms in. Press your heels back, engage the glutes and the quads. Take one more deep breath in. On your exhale, lower the knees and the pelvis down, uncurl the toes. Walk your right hand towards your left wrist, so we're making a diagonal line with that right forearm. Squeeze your left heel to your seat, press the entire right leg into the mat, and reach back to grab the top of your left foot, coming from the inside edge of the foot, okay? Once you have that mind, you can also use a strap if you don't have that space here. Draw your shoulders to square forward, press both hips evenly into the mat, those frontal hip points, and now begin to press the foot into your hand, the hand to your foot, and feel this leverage along with the strength of your back body to help lift the chest. Okay? If you're craving more here, you can extend your right arm forward, press into the hand, and maybe you start to straighten the arm. As long as you're not crunching into the low back, okay? Keep space for the low back, scoop the belly, tailbone draws towards the back of your left knee. Breath in. Breath out. One more thing, if the elbow is lifted, lower it down, elbow over your shoulder. Now, give yourself a little slack, try not to find that leverage of foot into hand, hand to foot. And now press your left foot to the midline of the body, just gently over to the right to feel a nice pec stretch on your left side. Breathing here, keep lifting through the chest. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Gently release that mind, try not to slingshot the leg down. Tuck the toes, walk them in, forearm plank. Lift the pelvis and the knees. Press the floor away. Plant your right hand down, and then your left, plank pose, medium down dog, or vinyasa of choice. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Ground down, breath out, empty out the lungs. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, roll over through the hips, stack and bend the knee. Inhale to re-extend, level off the hips, drag your knee into your chest, lightly step it through. Hover lunge, reach the chest forward, fly the arms back. Standing high knee raise, ground down to your right foot, hug your left knee in, reach the arms overhead. Bring your right hand to your hip, squeeze your left heel to your seat and bring the thighs parallel. This time, we'll grab on to the outer, we'll still grab onto the inner edge of that foot, coming around to the top of that foot. So I've got the body around my left foot. You can also use a strap around the top of the foot. Begin to lift your right arm high. And again, focus on the length first. Lift up through the crown of the head, lift up through the right fingertips. And then begin to kick the left foot to the hand. The hand presses back into the foot. And lift the inseam of your left thigh. As you lift the leg, the chest will want to come forward. So counter that by scooping the belly, engaging through the upper back, and lifting the heart. Breathe into this dancer's pose, strong through your base. Find length and space in the upper body. One more deep breath in. Breath out, high knee raise. Left knee to your chest, arms up and overhead, breath in. Big step back with the left foot, bend your right knee, spin up and open, warrior two, deep bend in the front knee, ground down out as your back foot. Straighten your front leg, walk the back foot in about a footprint's length, pull your hips back, engage the quads, triangle pose. Hinge from your right hip crease, right hand under your shoulder, left arm reaches high in the opposite direction. Press down to the feet, lift up to the inner arches, light up to the legs here, kneecaps lift onto the thighs. Begin to lengthen even more with the sides of the body, with the spine, and then start to revolve the chest up to the ceiling. Just a little twist here. Breath in. Breath out. Warrior two, breath in. Reverse on the breath out. Take it up and back. Hold for one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, lower the hands to frame your front foot, vinyasa of choice. We'll meet in downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. From your downward facing dog, lift the heels, bend the knees. We're making our way to a seat, so you can either step, hop, or maybe jump through the hands, we'll meet and go post. Okay, not here for long. Squeeze the knees in, lift the heart, flex the feet, spread the toes, roll out the wrists if they need a break from anything. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, lower the feet, reach the arms forward, lower all the way down to our backs. Arms down by our sides, or grip the mat again. We've got bridge pose. Press into the feet, keep the knees pointing forward. Don't let them splay out wide. Firm those outer hips in and lift up. Option to bind at the low back. Roll onto one shoulder at a time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. Press the floor away. Breath out. Release the bind. Slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. And again, windshield wiper those knees side to side. Just release the low back. Draw your knees into your chest. Hands back behind the thighs. Start to rock and roll. Massaging out the spine. We'll meet in a forward fold at the top of our mat. So plant the feet. Keep the knees bent and fold over the legs. You can grab one onto the elbows. You can bind at the low back if you'd like to add more shoulder opening here. Just let the head get heavy. Let the torso get heavy as it drapes over the thighs. And feel this reverse in the blood flow. You can close the eyes. You can exhale out the mouth to release any excess energy you don't need. You can gently shake the head no, nod the head yes. If you have a bind, go ahead and release it. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale to your fold. Press into your feet, rise all the way to stand, arms reach high, breath in. And on your exhale, hinge, forward fold, release. Halfway lift, breath in, find length. Exhale, lower the fingertips and step your right foot all the way back, high crescent lunge, breath in. On your breath out, left hand around right wrist, reach up and over to the left. Find more depth in your lunge. Inhale and wide, arms overhead. Exhale, lower the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose, engage the legs. Exhale, hips high, lower the forearms, dolphin pose. Walk the toes back, find your forearm plank to start. Squeeze the legs, press down to the forearms, breath in. Knees and pelvis down, breath out again. Elbows under shoulders. This time, walk the left fingertips in so you have a diagonal line from the elbow to the fingertips pointing towards your right wrist. Squeeze your right heel to your seat. Left foot is rooting down, thigh is strong. Reach back from the inside of that right foot, catch the top of the foot. Draw your chest to square forward. Press your hips down. And now press your foot into your hand into your foot, and begin to peel the chest up. Breathing here. On every inhale, find length. It might take you out of your back bend. And then on every exhale, engage the back body and lift to the sternum. If you'd like to add arm, you can reach that left hand forward, press in the hip, and gently lift the forearm here. Engage the glutes, the quads, the back body, breathe into the front body. One more deep breath in. Breath out. If the elbows lifted, slowly lower it down. Find some slack in that right leg and hand, and then press the right foot to the midline of the body over to the left. And feel that pec stretch on your right side. So I'm gently resisting by pressing the right hand back into that right foot. Breath in. Ooh, breath out. Ooh, not enough pec stretches in my life. Go ahead and release that bind. Elbows under your shoulders. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knees, lift the pelvis. Forearm plank. Take a moment. Settle in here. And this plank pose is a nice counterbalance after back bending to neutralize the spine. Go ahead and plant your left hand down and then your right. Vinyasa of choice. Make your way downward facing dog. Smooth it out. Inhale, extend your left leg up and back. Exhale, roll open to the hips, stack, and bend to that knee. Extend the leg level off the hips. Exhale, draw your knee to your chest. Lightly step it through. Have our lunge, chest over the thigh. Engage through the legs. Breath in. Breath out, standing high knee raise. Squeeze your right knee into your chest. Let's bring our hands to our hips to start. Swing that right leg back. Hand to the inner edge, top of the foot. Now reach your left arm high. Focus on the strength of the standing leg, the length in the spine and that left arm first. And then begin to kick back. Kicking the foot to the hands into the foot. Lift through the thigh. Scoop through the lower belly. Breathe here as we open through the chest. Again, counterbalance this effort of kicking foot to hand to the foot, which makes the chest start to pitch forward. Engage the upper back. Lift up. Breath in. Breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. Breath out. Standing high knee raise. Breath in. Step it back. Warrior two. Open out wide. Straight through your front leg. Walk the back foot in if you need a little bit more space here. Draw your hips back. Hinge from your left hip crease. Keep reaching with the arms and then open them out wide like a T in line through shoulders. Reaching long fingertip to fingertip. Lengthen through both sides of the body here. Find a little more length through that left side body and then revolve the chest open to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time, deep breath in. Breath out, begin to lift back up. Bend to that knee, reverse your warrior. Holding here for 2 breaths. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, lower the hands down, step back, downward facing dog, or vinyasa of choice. From your downward facing dog, inhale, roll forward to your plank. Exhale as you lift the hips high, lower the forearms down for a dolphin. All right, pausing in our dolphin pose. If it's a little harder to draw the elbows under the shoulders coming from your down dog, just lower down, grab on the opposite elbows to measure out the length between the elbows. That's typically what I do. And then when you lengthen them back out, the elbows will be stacked underneath your shoulders, hands plant in line with the elbows, or if you need more space for the upper back, bring the palms together to touch and press the pinky side edges of the hands into the mat, and then go ahead and lift up into your dolphin. You can also cross at the thumbs or interlace the hands here. I like this extra point of contact with the hands, just to find where to engage with the arms, and that angling really creates a little more space for the upper back. So if you're having trouble lifting your head off the mat, try that variation and see how it might create a little bit more space in the upper back and the shoulders, so you can keep the head off the mat. This pose, the head should typically be lifted. Walk the toes in a little closer to the face if you can, and once you do that, press the floor away with the forearms, press your chest slightly back. We're here for 5 more breaths. If you're going upside down in headstand or forearm stand, please go ahead and make your way safely there. By safely, I mean just have an exit strategy, because you will likely fall at some point in your life in yoga, whether you're, standing on your feet or on your hands. That's just the thing, right? That's just life. Falling happens. Take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. From your dolphin, we'll walk the toes back, finding your way to Sphinx. Lower the knees and the pelvis down. This time, bring the forearms parallel if they're not already. Pull the heart forward, lift up to the chest. Press the feet down here and breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Go ahead, lower all the way to the belly. Bring your arms back by your hips and bring your left cheek to the mat and just wiggle out to the hips. Bring your chin or your forehead back through center. Tops of the feet point, tops of the feet root into your mat. Press down into the feet until the kneecaps will lift. So the kneecaps are lifting onto the thighs are engaged. Extend the arms back behind you. Begin to lift the arms using the tricep muscles, palms facing in towards one another. And then lift through your chest here, using your upper back muscles to lift the chest and the head. If you can, bring the big toes together to touch, and then use the inseam strength of the legs, so that kind of the hamstrings and inner thighs, to lift the legs. On every inhale, find more length. On every exhale, root down through your pubic bone and lift a little higher. Engage the back body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it down. Rest on your right cheek. Wiggle out through the hips. We've got 2 more belly down back bends here. One will be a nice juicy quad stretch for my friends that might have been in HIIT yesterday doing jump squats, or if you are just feeling tight in the hip flexors and quads a lot in life, which, you know, with or without HIIT, I think that goes for a lot of us. So let's take another locust variation. If you'd like to bind here, you can bind at the low back. Again, that point of extra contact creates a little more leverage to lift higher. So if you're working on strength, keep the arms apart. If you're taking the bind, go ahead, interlace, press the knuckles back, or just reach the arms back. And then lift the feet. The big toes don't have to touch, but bring them energetically closer together. So as if they could touch, and you're activating those inner thighs to get there. Now again, on every inhale, lengthen. On every exhale, lift the chest a little higher. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift. Release it down in your inhale. Rest on the opposite cheek. Release the bind. This time bend the knees. Windshield wiper knees side to side. Whew. All right, one more back bend. We will forward fold a bit here just to counterbalance in a moment. So any of the 2 variations that we started with, it's so weird to just like be laying on my belly talking to y'all. Any of the first 2 variations, locust pose with or without the bind, or if you're taking bow pose or Dhanurasana, you'll start on the belly, extend the arms back behind you. Squeeze the heels into your seats, okay? For one variation, you can grab onto the ankles or the tops of the feet from the outside edges of the feet, or if you want even more shoulder opening or pec opening, you'll take the variation like we did in dancer's pose. Any bind actually that we took with the feet today, we went from the inside. And that might mean you have a little less range of motion to lift into a full back bend, but you'll get much more of a stretch here. So if you want to take both, you can take both as well. Go ahead and pick where you're starting. Get settled, come back to the breath. If you're coming into Dhanurasana, begin to press the feet back into the hands here to help lift the chest. And then kick the feet up to the ceiling and lift the thighs. Okay? You can point or flex the feet, play with that. Firm the outer legs together here so the knees aren't splaying out wide. And now again, continue to press the feet or the ankles back and then kick the heels up, engage the glutes, breathe into the chest. Smooth out the breath. Shoulder blades together, open wide. One more deep breath in. Lift a little higher on the breath out. And then on your inhale, lower it down, rest on one cheek. Windshield wiper knees side, or feet side to side, excuse me. Ooh, releasing to the hips. Nice work, everybody. That was an intense one that we were working towards. So that one's really always intense for me in some sort of way. Bring your chin and your forehead to center. Hands plant, tabletop all fours. And then go ahead and bring the legs together and sit back into your child's pose to support the low back here. Release the forehead down and just relax the shoulders, relax the hips. Use your exhale breaths to really encourage this release, releasing the breath out of the lungs, releasing the tension out of the shoulders and the hips and the low back. One more deep breath in. Breath out. You're gonna walk the hands back in, shift to one hip, and we will be in a seat actually. Stretch the hips just for a moment before we close it down. So we'll do a hip stretch and we'll do a twist, and that'll kind of, neutralize the spine. That's what I'm looking for. So go ahead and lengthen your legs out long in front of you. Draw your right knee into your chest. Cross the ankle over your left thigh above the kneecap. Hands plant next to your hips. Shift back and plant your left foot onto the mat. We're in a seated figure four. You can always lower all the way onto your back for a supine figure four. Or if you'd like, you can take double pigeon. If there's another hip stretch you prefer, it's all you, okay? Again, this is your practice. Your body's gonna tell you where you're at. The work here is to listen to it, to hear it, and then to integrate whatever you've learned. And I'm learning that my hips are very tight today. So also be mindful that every day is different. You might have been able to do one of these poses yesterday, and today is just a very different story. Okay, it's all just feedback. Not to tell you like you're good or bad at yoga. There's really no such thing. It's just feedback to be like, okay, this is where I'm at today, and I'm gonna honor that. Couple more rounds of breath wherever you are. Really take the time here to slow down the breath, to smooth it out, to stay right here on your mat. All right, go ahead and unwind. If you're on your back, you're welcome to stay there to switch. If you're in a seat, you'll slowly, gently uncross, shake out the legs. We'll take the other side. From a seat, draw your left knee into your chest, cross the ankle over the thigh above your kneecap. Hands back behind your hips, lean back, plant your right foot onto the mat, bend the knee. Sit tall, lay back in a supine variation, or stack those shins for double pigeon. Left ankle over the knee, right knee over the ankle. Shins parallel, you'll see a triangular shape of space, of mat space between the legs, potentially. And come back to the breath. Relax the face, it doesn't have to work here. You can close down the eyes if you're ready at this point. Lengthen through the inhales. Release through the exhales. Take one more deep breath in. Breath out. Slowly begin to unwind. Make your way out to your back. Let's try your back. Bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet onto the mat. Bring your arms out wide like a T, palms face up. Move your hips to the right. Hug your knees into your chest and lower the legs to the left. Allow the right shoulder to melt down. You can gaze to the right. Left hand can come on top of your right thigh, or if you prefer it mine, these fingers wrap around the right big toe and extend that leg out wide over to the left. Navel to spine. Soften into your twist. A little deeper on every exhale. At this point, we're not using we are using effort, but we're not using very much muscle effort. Just let gravity start to take over. Deep breath in. Breath out, unwind. Hips through center. And then over to the left of those hips. Knees to chest. Knees drop to the right. Left shoulder mounts down, head turns to the left. Right hand to the top of your left thigh to encourage it towards the mat, or peace finger wraps around the left toe, press with the heel, twist over to the left of the upper body. So legs and chest move in opposite directions. Let gravity take over. Let every exhale as you empty out the lungs help you find more space to twist. One more deep breath in. Breath out. Bring the legs back through center, the knees through center. Ooh, love twists. Draw your knees into your chest. A lot of people like to think of twists as like, wringing out the vital organs. And I agree that that's what's happening here, but I feel like it's in more of a sense where you're encouraging circulation to move to those organs once you open up from your twist. So blood flow, circulation, oxygen is going there. It's really nice for moving around stagnant energy that might settle in these areas that we don't tend to move a lot. I'm definitely going to teach some more twists next week. I've just decided. All right, go ahead, squeeze the knees a little tighter. Wrap your arms around your shins and lift the chest and the forehead to meet the knees. Exhale your breath out fully. And when you're ready, get long in the legs, arms down by your sides. Roll one shoulder underneath the body at a time. Close down through your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, release. Empty out. One more like that. Deep breath in, fill up, expand, stretch. Open mouth, release. Relax the jaw between the eyebrows. Let go of any effort. Just melt into your mat. Let yourself rest completely. Shavasana. Begin to deepen out the breath. Notice the immediate effects of your practice. You might feel more space to breathe. Another benefit of backbends, opening up through the respiratory system. You might feel a sense of this calm energy. Just notice whatever it is. Bring movement to your fingers, your toes. Take the arms up and overhead. Deep breath in. Breath out, draw your knees into your chest. If you're on your back, roll to one side and press yourself to a comfortable seat. Once you meet in your seat, bring hands together at heart center, backs of the thumbs press into the sternum, lift your chest, breath in. Exhale, breath out through the nose, bow the head to meet the fingertips. Seal in this practice. Seal in this energy. Seal in what you need today. Thank you all for getting on your mat this afternoon with us, and we'll see you soon. Namaste. thank you so much for joining me. It was such a pleasure. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Jamie. I will see you all very soon. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks, Allie. And thanks, YouTubers. Good to have you. Hope you're feeling all kinds of bendy. I know that this was a purposeful post-hit backbend class. I was like, this is necessary. I'm glad you still love me. I'll see you guys later.